What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Libra. Okay, Libra, you guys are first during the zodiac lineup for Group 1. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. I have truly been struggling trying to get these readings out for everyone. Again, the month of March is really about centering. And so I think that's been pretty much going across the collective because y'all know I would have had everybody done by now. And so my apologies for that. Hopefully, you've tapped into that monthly manifestation. Thankfully, I got those done for the month of March. You guys, first two readings were done. This is really the last one. And you guys know these are a little bit heavier in energy, just as much as the monthly is. This kind of will hopefully try and kind of tie up your energy a little bit before we head into April. Okay. Hopefully, I'll be kind of like back in the swing of things come May. But even for myself, I've had a lot of stuff going on energetically, mentally, and emotionally. So it's been kind of a struggle. But I'm going to try and get you guys done as much as I possibly can and hopefully kind of catch everybody up eventually. Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. All right. So, Libras, to start, I am going to shuffle the deck, but we do have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Okay. So, kind of a little bit done, again, possibly emotionally in some way or mentally, more so like mental strain. Cups would be feelings, of course, and emotions, but you have some insomnia going on, maybe over a person in particular, a Knight of Swords energy, or maybe a particular situation where you may have said something and you're kind of regretting it in a way that may leave someone else feeling a little bit spent. Okay. Kind of like a back and forth kind of thing, because as you can see, this Knight of Swords has his back towards this Nine of Swords, which is a woman who's kind of curled up, and the swords are over her head. So Nine of Swords, as you know, is talking about something that's kind of worry or insomnia, not being able to sleep kind of vibe. Okay. And so there could be some disconnect of some sort. Okay. So now we have the Nine of Swords and the Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy. Okay. So you could be in your head about it in a little bit subconsciously, in the sense of maybe some kind of mischievousness or just thinking in a negative sense about what could transpire based off of what you said. Now, if what you said, if you feel like it would have possibly caused some kind of disarray with another person, Libra, then the best thing for you to do is to apologize for it genuinely, okay? And take it back. If you did, then the only thing you can do is kind of wait for the outcome to happen, okay? If it was done to you, kind of get out of your head about it. I know that's easier said than done. It just depends on how well you know that person and where they could have been coming from, all right? To kind of see their side of things. Now, you still have this Nine of Swords popping up, and then the Five of Wands, okay? Internal conflicts of some sort, maybe some kind of disagreements going on, okay? Some form of empathy or sympathy needs to be had for yourself and for others. Check the Etsy shop for the All Right Meditation Oil. It's a roll on, and that may be able to kind of help you as far as if you're a spiritualist and you need something to just kind of calm you in moments of conflict, okay, whether they're external or internal. But you're beating yourself up about a situation, or someone else is, and eventually it has to hash itself out. But this is the month of March, and we're talking about self. in this month. And of course, it's only going to get a little bit deeper come April, because it being the fourth month of the year is about protecting one's energy. So after you kind of reevaluate things, you may see where you need to change a connection. Maybe boundaries need to be had in order for you to kind of guesstimate where it's going to go from there. Okay, so one from the top, which is your energy, present energy, one from the bottom, which is past energy, and then one energetically from the middle. And trying to focus here on this one for your future energy. Okay. And so we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome of the spread is here. Okay. So let's see what we're working with for you guys, Libra. To start, presently, Swords energy coming back again with the King of Swords. Okay, King of Swords. Now, present energy, you're giving very definitive communication. Okay, so maybe by the time, again, after that pre-read situation, you may end up here or are already in this kind of energy. Okay, where you are pretty much setting in stone what it is or how you feel about something. Okay, honest, clear communication. All right, more so, like I said, definitive dealing. We have a man here, obviously, with his sword down on this kind of like iceberg in a way, or mountain-esque. But definitely saying that's it. It is what I said, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. This is, of course, air energy, which is yourself, Gemini, and Aquarius. So usually once you guys have maybe either been slighted or feel a way about something and you make up your mind about it, it becomes definitive of what you want going forward. Okay. There is no moving it. Okay. But it's definitely, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. If you're a female, you're moving in a more stern way, making or using good judgment. That means your masculine energy is high, and if you want to balance that out, you need some softness. All right, as far as being compassionate in some kind of way, if you can be. All right, as far as letting somebody know what it is, okay, and what it can't be moving forward. All right, past energy for you, Libra, is the Princess of Cups. Okay, Princess of Cups. Whenever I see the Princess of Cups, in the past, you may have, kept things to yourself. This energy is kind of reminiscent of another sign, but I can't think of who it was. But just someone who doesn't really want to rock the boat too much. Okay, kind of testing things out. Maybe had, temperance energy a little bit. But this is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Again, any of the signs that I do mention is an honorable mention. You could either have one of those signs in your chart or dealing with one of those signs, but you don't have to be, okay? But nonetheless, with the Princess of Cups, it's being a little bit reserved, maybe some light flirtation in the past, but really trying to gauge your intuition as there's this crescent moon over her head and then a small sphere over the crown chakra, or where the crown chakra would be. Okay, and so kind of being very careful about how open you are in regards to your feelings until you can kind of gauge, and this was in the past, of how someone felt about you or a particular situation, to where now you know what you know. Or someone else is coming up saying what they know and why they weren't really receptive of you in the past. Okay, now let's see what's going on in the future energy, Libra, for you, and it is the Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. Now this Queen of Cups is different than the regular Rider's Waite, which the Queen is usually covering her cup or chalice, if you will. This one is more so holding hers up. She is on some kind of mountain or iceberg again. She is a mermaid instead of a woman. However, she's high up. And of course, we all know mermaids are more so, mythical creatures. You can look up the spiritual meaning of a mermaid to kind of see if you maybe been dreaming of any or just have a fixation with mermaids. But nonetheless, for her to kind of be sitting among the stars, if you will, in her hair and above her, she has pretty much still the same notion of being very aware of who she is as a person in this card, and so do you. So someone either sees you in high regard as very mature when it comes to your feelings. You are not immature, which would be a Page of Cups situation, and maybe a little Wands energy as well. But you are very secure within yourself, very elegant in a way. And so someone depicts you as that. Okay. Now, I will say we have different energies on the spread here. You have the masculine King of Swords and then the Queen of Cups over here. So if you are in a relationship, 9 times out of 10, one of you is one of these. Okay. And then in the past, it was very light for flirtation. And now the two of you have matured in a way, okay, for this Princess of Cups to be here in the middle. So past energy was very light, maybe very flirtatious, maybe even immature. So you could be a married couple, or two people who have, grown their separate ways but are very mature or set in their ways, okay? Again, if you need some intimacy back into your relationship, I would definitely suggest to bring back the intimacy readings. They would be very helpful to you, okay? Along with your monthly manifestations. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for the overall outcome for Libra. And it is a King of Wands. Now, I mentioned Wands energy, okay? Now, that's fire energy, which is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, okay? Now, this King of Wands is looking over here at the Queen of Cups. Now, like I said, you could be doubling down on this energy somewhere, okay, Libra, depending on what is in your birth chart and what placement it's in. But this is fire energy, passion, and so possibly for some of you, you may be connecting with all of this energy here with the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups, in where you stand as a person as a whole is kind of building you up to this, new phase of your life, mentally and emotionally, on how you handle things. And someone is going to be coming very passionately towards you, seeing what you're doing, you're handling yourself. Maybe your energy is very balanced at this point. For some of you Libras, more mature like energy, if you will. And so now it's this passionate new start, possibly with this King of Wands here, aiming to confront you in some form or fashion to solidify some things, okay? Could possibly be the vibe. That's what is kind of in your energy here, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the clarifiers. I'm going to just go ahead and shuffle. But I will say I did see the Fool energy. So definitely some form of a new start going on. Like I said, the Fool being there. And then the Sun, okay? So some enlightenment on what it is that you want, maybe in new beginnings, in connections that you have, or just in life in general. There's been a lot of pain and distress, but it's hopeful, or you have hopeful energy of kind of resetting and starting over again. Okay, so hopefully I did 3 shuffles there. I usually do. Okay, so same as before, one from the top, which is for the King of Swords, one from the bottom, which is for the Princess of Cups, and then one energetically from the middle. Going for one in particular for the future placement of Queen of Cups. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to clarify this King of Wands energy. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the present energy, clarifying this King of Swords. And it's the Muse of Inspiration, which would be the Muse of Wands. Okay, so this Muse of Inspiration is pretty popular whenever I do these readings. It pops up from every now and again. And so it's kind of like you stating presently either to yourself or to another person or multiple people in different situations. We have, of course, fire energy here. This person walking down this pathway, there's a pyramid. There's fire energy throughout, plus moon. This person, these two twins here, in a way, have black gloves on, fingerless gloves, and black tanks. And so it's a very grounding energy, if you will, matching with this King of Swords energy in the sense of, again, like I said, making definitive conversations and decisions based off of who you want around you. And Muse of Inspiration in this deck is all about, what we truly desire and what we want, whether it be, controlling your dreams in the sense of asking the universe or asking God, whatever you believe in, to show you what is next. Okay, and so maybe you need some inspiration, creativity wise, for some of you, but for the rest, it's all about boundaries. Okay, is what I feel the most. Okay, so it's time to embrace or envision what your boundaries are when it comes to certain people. If you don't like people digging in your pockets or wondering what your money looking like, then it's time to tell them, stop asking me about my money or stop asking me for money. If for others it's a situation of someone wanting a relationship with you, but you don't want a relationship with them, then you need to set the tone and let them know that, look, I only see us as friends. Okay, if they can't accept that, then they need to kick rocks. All right, so that is kind of where you are at right now. It doesn't have to be those particular things, but just trying to give you some examples. Okay, what that Muse of Inspiration is possibly about. All right, let's get into this past energy where we have the Princess of Cups being clarified by the Five of Emotions. Okay, Five of Emotions would be the Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups is usually someone who looks as though they are disappointed. There are usually 3 cups down and 2 up behind them. Okay, now this person is still, mimicking a little bit of the regular rider's weight with the cloak on, but it seems like there are icicles, and then kind of like the moon being coveted in her arm on her like heart space a little bit, and then also kind of like a tear or maybe the icicles above her kind of melted and caused this kind of like teardrop. But there's definitely water energy here. Okay, and so possibly, again, like I said, some form of disappointment, maybe disappointment in yourself in the past for hiding certain emotions and not sharing. Because if we add this cup to the Five of Cups, it ends up turning out to 6. and Six of Cups talks about sharing, okay? And so maybe in the past, at moments, maybe you've reflected on it. There were times where maybe you should have said something, but it wasn't said, okay? And so maybe as you maybe consider the past, again, for some of you, it could be a situation where you should have let somebody know that they were, hurting you, okay, in the past. And now it's time to, bring that to the forefront in order for people to understand how you want to be treated moving forward, okay, or why you've made the decision to maybe go elsewhere or not deal with them any longer, okay? So it could be a situation of some people ending some relationships, or really feeding people with long handled spoons when it comes to the Libra collective. Maybe down the line, if not now. But nonetheless, that is what I'm feeling as far as the past energy goes. Just scarcity and really relinquishing how you truly felt, okay? Maybe something really disappointed you. And I mean, if we dive deeper into the numerology of things, 3 cups being down, meaning, crying over spilled milk, 2 cups still available. That would add to this Princess of Cups as then 3 of Cups, really. And if it's 3 of Cups, then we're talking about some kind of communing with other people. And maybe you were telling others too much information about what was going on, and it kind of played a part in where you are presently, okay? As far as gossiping, okay? Now, that was going on last month around, I think, the signs of Capricorn, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Scorpio was kind of up in there, and I think Leo as well. So you may have a group of friends that fit in those those signs. But again, just honorable mentions. Let's move on to this future energy with this Queen of Cups. And we have the Magician here with the Queen of Cups, okay? So the Magician is usually the one who's, trying to manifest, make things happen, okay? And so, again, you possibly have manifested or will be manifesting yourself into this mature energy, and what it is that you want moving forward. The Magician is usually versed in all elements of fire, water, air, and earth, okay? So we have 4 orbs here. We have kind of like this cliff, if you will, that's kind of being risen a bit. And then this woman kind of majestically pushing her hands up into the air above her head. And just this aura of different colors, very earth tone colors, a little bit of pastels, and some gold as well. Okay, typical magician. Okay, and so just trying to manifest and manipulate things in a mature way. Okay, not in a sense of being petty or anything like that in the future. It's just about wanting what you want moving forward. Okay, let's see, and not putting your emotions all the way into it. All right, so at the bottom of the deck is the Moon. Okay, the Moon card is clarifying this King of Wands energy. Okay, Princess of Pentacles underneath with some form of an offer. Okay, that is very small. Okay, but there is some hidden energy here, Pisces energy there, when it comes to the Moon card, whenever the Moon comes up. And so there is possibly some hidden desire when it comes to this King of Wands. Now, this could also be you. You could have fire energy maybe in your 7th house, that you feel a way about a person, but you are going to keep it hidden, as far as the physicalities between you and this person, okay? Or if it is the opposite, of your affection, they are going to try to keep their passionate feelings about you, their physical feelings about you, on hold until further notice, okay, out of respect for you. And I would hope they would do so, because it's more so about um, where you guys are in the now, mentally and emotionally, more so than physically. Okay. And so it's all about movement in the sense of what they are willing to do or what they will do for you, since this is mature energy of a king of wands. Now, if it was a knight of wands, then I would say this is someone who's very immature and very playful and very flirtatious in a way, if it was the knight of wands. But we have the king of wands, so it's a little bit more, it's definitely more um, mature energy on this spread. Okay, which is something that I like to see. Okay, so all the immaturity is gone, and it's all about really being honest and forthright moving forward. Okay, Libra. Now, as I've just said this, all of a sudden there's the root chakra there. Okay, and well-deserved reward. We're going to get into your heart chakra, or heart space, if you will, to see what is to come of the final decision that you make in this situation. Okay, shuffling by 3 here. That root chakra kind of staying on the bottom, meaning there is probably a lot of grounded energy along with some physical energy as well. Okay. Let's see what you guys have at the bottom of the deck, Libra. Have a chakra still, solar plexus. Okay, solar plexus chakra number 3. Okay, number 3 here. Again, we are coming and rolling out of the month of March, being the 3rd month of the year. Solar plexus kind of hitting on, that joy, if you will, right above the sacral chakra. Let's go ahead and get into the book to get some messages for you guys. Page 161. You do have Share the Love 3 again at the bottom. Okay. Your key facts for the solar plexus is the color yellow, of course. The sound is Ram. Ram. The element is fire. This deals with the pancreas and adrenal glands. And the keywords here are I can. Okay. So speak some positive affirmations to yourself, Libra, in the sense of what you can do. And maybe write them out to yourself and maybe post them somewhere, so that way you have something motivational to look at throughout the day. Okay. The solar plexus chakra is located above the navel area and just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. This chakra is associated with clairsentience and inner feeling, which is the major psychic reception area. To strengthen this chakra, try this breathing exercise. Close your eyes, and as you inhale deeply through your nose, breathe in the color yellow. See it coming from a glowing, brilliant sun. Send this vital energy to your solar plexus. Exhale through your mouth all energies that don't serve you. Believe that you can have the relationships you desire, and you will. This exercise can be used to energize any chakra simply by visualizing the appropriate color and energy. Okay, so I would suggest with this solar plexus breathing exercise to try out the I Am Strong meditation oil that I have on my Etsy shop. It has citrine, which is directly associated with the solar plexus. Okay. And also obsidian, in the sense of protection and grounding yourself in imminent joy and the awareness of those positive affirmations that you speak to yourself. Okay. I would suggest, if you have a favorite shape of some sort. I'm seeing a triangle. Okay, because we do have a triangle here in the middle of the chakra. You can do a triangle on your solar plexus area and on your wrist and a vertical line up the neck, and just use it along with that breathing to pretty much inhale that yellow light of positivity of what it is you truly want and can achieve. Okay, and hopefully that guides you in a way. Okay, now let's get into the power of surrender. So we can ask the advice, last message of support, if you will, in regards to this situation. Okay. Now, Libra, if you feel like this reading is somewhat vague or really was not for you, you can go and check out the videos on my channel and look at your right here and now in your all my love reading. But again, the monthly manifestations, I don't feel like Libra has tapped into it, so you may end up being a little bit behind in your energy if you're just getting into the monthly manifestations. Okay, so another somewhat popular card, surrender stress. Okay, surrender stress. We all at this point have it. I have been feeling it empathically this entire month. But it says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Okay, another breathing exercise. Okay, emphasizing the yellow in this card mixed with some orange. So find that joy again, kind of tapping into that sacral chakra as well. You may need to work on your lower chakras as far as maybe any blockage that might be going on. So from red, orange to yellow. Okay. In regards to finding some type of joy for yourself. Okay. I was gonna, if you're stressed, you can check out some of my bath salts that I have. Everything in my shop is pretty intentional, but you could check out the Refresh My Peace. Would probably be something that would probably suit you as far as giving you kind of a nice invigorating bath to kind of just release that stress. Also, Lavender Light Night, you could probably use that as well. It is not just for sleep, but is also considered a mood stabilizer as well. Okay, I also have some closeout candles that might be good for you. Sunrise is one of them. And I'm trying to think of another one that I have, but they are somewhat chakra based, and they're on closeout for $4. Right now, you can catch 25% off using Gold 25 promo code to get 25% off your entire purchase in the shop. So go ahead and check that out. That is until May 10th. So almost kind of like a pre-Taurus kind of thing, even though y'all are Libras. But I do have a Libra moon, so, shameless plug. So with that being said, Libras, that is all that I have for you guys today. So until then, peace.